intro, the fast 5 things you need to know. We'll start your day off swirly, it's the toast. I sound amazing.
Welcome back to The Toast. Happy Tuesday. Happy Lauren Elizabeth Tuesday. Lauren Elizabeth, welcome to The Toast. I'm so excited that you're here. You are here for Jackson Friends, and you're actually staying with me. So, we've been together for the last 18 hours, just having a gargy-pargy time.
That was really good math.
It's a rough estimate, because I know it's not 12 hours, and I know it's not 24 hours.
So we're right in the middle. Thank you so much for having me, not only on the podcast, but in your home, which is also full of love, because you have your two little boys, and that is why I'm here, is for them.
For them. And they're so happy that you're here. And I'm so glad that they've lured you here so that you can do the toast with me. And then we were sitting down last night catching up, and I realized I haven't seen you since our Nashville girls trip, which was right before I got pregnant with Harry. So I have not seen
your last period before you got pregnant.
Yeah. That's what we figured out before that was last time we saw each other. So we had a lot of catching up to do, and we have a lot of toasting to do, because you and I haven't done the toast together in forever. And so much has changed with you since the last time the toasters saw you, except I guess we did toast together a year ago, but it was virtual.
It was virtual, and I since that episode have become the spokeswoman for pelvic floor health.
Oh, right. Claudia was asking me about her pelvic floor during her pregnancy, and I was like, I don't know, ask Lauren Elizabeth.
Yeah, I'll be sitting in the car, and I'll hear pelvic floor. I go, oh no, they're going to say my name. I'm this is my legacy. Who knew the inner workings of my vagina would be my lasting legacy with the toes?
Do you have any pelvic floor updates?
Yeah, so I'm actually really happy to be here to share updates on the inner workings of my vagina. It's going really good. I actually don't shit my pants anymore. I don't pee my pants anymore.
It was really, how long were you doing that for?
4 months.
Postpartum.
Yeah. So now my daughter will be 2 in September. So we're doing pretty good now. I'm feeling really strong vaginally.
Great.
Not so much mentally. I feel I do a really good job of representing the toasters that have mental illness, because you guys are so normal, and you
Claudia and I.
Yeah, you're always we're neurotypical. I'm could not relate less.
Yeah.
I'm so not okay, but my vagina's great. It's ready for round 2.
Okay, I've been with you for 18 hours, and I feel you're really well.
You think?
Mentally sound. I was not getting a mentally ill vibe from you.
Well, I'm medicated again, which I think is really great. Go to your doctor, get a prescription. But I think I also do a really good job of hiding it. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad that you haven't noticed.
No, and you don't have to hide it from me when we're just hanging at my house. Be yourself. And I'm just,
I know I am.
You seem
myself.
You're doing really great. Motherhood really suits you. You're also in your bride era because you're engaged.
That's a crazy thing. I understand now why they say first comes love, then comes marriage, then comes the baby and the baby carriage. Because guess what? Planning a wedding with a toddler, fucking insane.
That is insane. How did it go for you? Love baby or baby love?
Love baby. Wedding. First comes love, then comes baby, then comes the wedding. No, then comes house, then comes small business, then comes wedding. So I'm broke, I'm stressed, and I love my daughter.
That's
and my
so
fiance.
Beautiful. But I feel a lot of couples feel when they look back at their wedding, it's well, our kids should have been there. It was a party.
That's what I'm excited about.
A party full of people who we love and love us, and all the people that they know. And it's if thinking about my kids at my wedding, that's the only thing that could have made it better. It's kind of there's pros and cons, and I understand it's not ideal, but I think you should focus on that, because how fun.
I'm I see those videos of, which also make me feel better, because first of all, when I was walking around play places, and I didn't have a ring yet, because obviously Matt had to propose, I'd be I look like a huge whore. People are looking at me look at that.
I literally
whore
never
with a
wear
child.
my ring.
No, I know, but now I'm
pregnant, 2 kids, no ring.
I walk into the library and I don't have a wedding band, and I'm oh my god, everyone knows.
Oh my god, you're so crazy.
Everyone knows.
I don't even
mentally ill. I'm not okay.
I don't even have a wedding band. I have when I wear my engagement ring, that's everyone know. I don't even think about people think she's engaged and not married. And she has 2 kids.
I'm gonna go on the toast and everyone's gonna be look at that huge whore who's not married yet. But what I will say is I see the videos that make me feel better of other people with their child at the wedding, and I'm oh my god, a fellow big, mistake maker or whatever. And not a mistake, by the way. But and they're like bawling, crying. Their husband's dancing with their daughter, like father-daughter dance. Like, hello.
You guys have kind of crushed it. Like, I'm jealous now.
We're actually geniuses. Yeah. 10 out of 10 recommend, but you will go broke, like for sure.
Is Olive going to be the flower girl?
So I just
her
feel
role
like,
in ceremonies?
I feel like, well, so she's actually like been a flower girl. And she has another wedding coming up.
She has experience in the role.
Yes. So she actually has a wedding coming up in a few weeks. She's really booked and busy as a flower girl. And I just feel like for our wedding, like she needs like a step up, you know?
I agree. Like the flower girl is like someone's random child, like not your own.
Yes.
She needs to officiate being the master of ceremonies.
The only thing I'm worried.
Mama,
Dada, I do, question mark. But I just feel like what I'm actually worried about during the ceremony is I heard not a horror story, but someone I know, like their baby was at the wedding and they were like, you know, if the baby cries, hand it to the babysitter so that like the two moms, the grandmas can focus on the wedding. Grandma A doesn't do that. Grandma B's kind of running over. The husband like walks off the altar before like the wife comes down, like knocks over the flowers. Mm-hmm. So I've had strict talks with both grandmas and I'm like, you guys cannot focus on the baby during the ceremony because I'm also afraid she's going to be like, Mom, like, come. So I don't know logistically how this is going to work yet.
Okay.
But she's going to have some role where she also has to like shut the fuck up for a second.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think she'll be captivated watching her parents. Her mom's going to look like a princess. Like, I think she's going to be really into it.
I'm gonna look better than I've ever looked in my life. And then I'm going to fall pregnant like the next day. So
have you gotten your dress yet?
I have.
What's your vibe?
So I'm actually keeping my dress a surprise
from everyone.
Like from everyone. So like my like bridesmaids and stuff only my mom has seen it.
Okay.
But I would say the vibe is like I wanted to do something different. Because I feel like my style is very simple and very just, I feel like I wanted to do something where people would be like, whoa, I didn't expect Lauren to be in that.
No, I need to see it right now.
Well, you can't come to my wedding, so maybe I'll show you.
Right? Like
I'm like a pushover. This is what my problem is. Like I'm a pushover. I'm gonna be like, oh my God, if I spend 10 more hours with Jackie, I'm showing her the dress.
No,
like,
I know.
need to go home.
I just feel like the way that you just said that, like, really was enticing. Because I thought you were gonna be like, it's classic, like when I think of you as a bride, like I do think of something like simple,
like what
elegant,
do you imagine?
Almost like what Haley Steinfeld just wore, like something like very classic, and traditional, and simple.
I need, because my rule, and I said this on TikTok, I was like, when I tried on a dress, I was like, if this dress was black, would I wear it to someone else's wedding? And if the answer was yes, I was like, it's not enough. Like it has to be like a little different. Like if it was just like a slip dress, but then like you wear it at any color.
Yeah.
But the reason why I also was like, I don't want to show anyone pictures is because it's like not like snatched yet, and like I have some tailoring to do.
Right. But we could use our imagination. And it's like
you can't.
Yeah.
No hair and makeup.
But you're always in hair and makeup. How beautiful does Lauren look today? Look
at,
did you go like this to your appointment?
I don't know. I don't really remember. I kind of like blacked it out, honestly. I don't know. I'm like someone like I don't do I don't have birthday parties for myself. Like this whole, I would have eloped in the backyard if I could.
What stopped you from doing that? Because really everyone says that.
Sweet angel fiance who's like, we're having a wedding.
Everyone says like, oh, I'll just elope. Like I don't need much. I'll go to City Hall. Like every girl I know. And then they all wind up with the big wedding. So it's like, why didn't you do that?
Well, you always gave me, your advice was always like, just don't let it snowball. And I was
don't
like,
take advice from me.
you were like, don't like get carried away. And you were like, but you will get carried away.
Yeah.
So we got carried away. But like Matt like wanted like more of a traditional wedding, and I was like, we could just go to City Hall. Like I got the baby. Like I want the ring and I want the baby.
Yeah.
And then like the marriage like license. But I was like, I don't need the wedding part of it. And we couldn't find a venue that was like, we wanted to do like an Airbnb, but like we couldn't find anything. So we ended up having to do like a traditional venue. And then like you start doing the guest list, and you give a guy that's been in a frat, like, the access, and all of a sudden like everyone and their fucking mom is coming.
You have to match his list. So like you start inviting people.
Oh, I'm not matching his list. It's literally like my family. And then I have like, I think 4 friends. Like,
so how many people is he inviting? Like, what's the ratio?
It's like basically like 50-50. It's just like mine's mostly family, his is mostly friends.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be like a giant frat party at my wedding. But
that sounds really fun.
No, it'll be really fun. I'm actually like, I am really excited. I just love complaining about everything.
I mean, welcome to the toast. It's like what we do.
Thank you so much for having me.
Come here and complain.
We've like talked about me for too long though.
Oh my God, but we're so interesting to me because I'm even thinking back on like when we met you, and like you used to be like an LA girly. Like you were like the LA influencer. Like you were so LA. You like did all the like things that.
And now I'm like the opposite.
LA people do. And now you're just like a down home mama.
Yeah.
in your nesting era.
I feel like I never lost like the Midwest part of me. And that's why people in LA, I think, were really drawn to me. And I remember like there was one time where I was single, like the very rare time I was single in LA, and I went on like dates, and people were like, "Where did you come from? You're so normal." I'm like, "No, you're all fucked.
Yeah.
Like you guys are all just nuts." And that's obviously then when I decided to move back to Chicago. But I never like lost. Like my best friends have always been my best friends from home, so it was like a natural progression. Now I just like drink less green juice and like do less Pilates and stuff.
Do you miss it at all there?
No.
Yeah.
Like not for a second. I started missing the food a little bit, but like and like I have I have like a few good friends. I have like do a good Erewhon trip, sure, but like I don't know, like
she made it out, you guys.
It's like it's like living in a different world.
Yeah.
Like I had to like come back to the real world, you know? No offense to anyone that lives in LA. I was just like deep immersed in it and like maybe got it myself into some like bad relationships. So it's, you know, just my experience.
Well, she's come out the other side.
Yes, I came out the other side. I moved to the suburbs of Chicago.
She became a mom.
I'm
She's a
mama.
small business owner. She's a former podcaster.
Yeah, I mean, I was part of TNN.
You were.
You guys, I said, you guys, I'm so sorry. I have to stop podcasting. You guys were like, bye, it's fine. I'm like, okay, no, like, please, like, don't, like, don't let the door hit you on the way out.
No, we're literally never going to be toxic bosses. Like, you have to work. Yeah. Like, it's not working for you. Great.
Yeah, you guys were like, oh, no, you're good. But I don't really miss it.
Podcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's just changed so much from when we started. Like I was in LA, remember when we started and like you and Claudia came over and we, I think like took pictures for like my cover art or something.
Yeah.
And that's when I realized that you guys don't like other dogs that aren't King Charles Cat. It was you guys watching them interact with another dog was like the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life. Oh. You guys were so weird. You guys were like, hi, dogs.
Not you blowing up our spot, but that is very true. And not even something that we would try and hide because the whole reason why we love King Charles Cavaliers is because growing up we were afraid of dogs.
Yeah, no, I can tell now.
And then we got a King Charles Cavalier. Our mom got us that because it's like one of the friendliest dogs for kids. And she was like, you guys can't like be so afraid of dogs. Like it's like exposure therapy. So let me get like the sweetest dog. And it took each of us like a couple days. I remember when everyone like had their moment where they like fell in love with the dog. And like some of us were still hiding. Some of us were like out playing with the dog. And we obviously all fell in love with her. And then we're never scared of King Charles Cavaliers. But like we have a little bit of a fear in us. Thank you for exposing that, Lauren.
No, I mean, it was just like, you know, like you think it's like these dog people. And then like you have like these like other dogs. And you guys are like, I was like, oh my God, freaks.
It's important to note we're not dog people. We are King Charles Cavalier Spaniel people.
And I do get it because I met Bruno, obviously. And I was like, wait, this is actually like the best dog. Like,
Bruno is such a love, isn't
like,
he?
He doesn't add any stress to the environment. Like you have like two young children like running around like screaming like like playing and then like literally running around with hammers last night.
They're like toy hammers, like listen, Doug, but hammers nonetheless.
No, guys, they were real hammers. Don't let her lie to you. You guys, she's a crazy mom. The things she lets go on in her home. No, running around with like little plastic hammers. And Bruno's just like chilling. We snuggle.
He's so used to it.
He's fabulous.
He just wants love.
He's really great.
Thank you so much for recognizing Bruno's
So
greatness.
are the children as
yes,
well.
Yes, no, but I'm glad that Bruno has had his moment because he deserves to shine too. He became a big brother at a very young age and he never got to like bask in being the only child.
Yeah, and that's why I, you know, come in town, give him extra love.
Yeah.
But he seems very well taken care of, very well adjusted.
Yeah, he's got a lot of love.
thriving.
He's surrounded by love.
Yeah, I love it.
Do you have a dog now?
You know,
Touchy
so now that
subject?
you're exposing, now that I exposed you,
that's like a really
karma
touchy.
is crazy.
It's a touchy subject for influencers, like who had a dog and then don't.
Okay. Okay, here's the thing.
Like
If I post a picture of
the dog that was in your apartment that you were saying we were afraid of. Where's that dog?
Okay, so I gotta go. Bye. Okay, so here's the thing. I didn't train my dogs. They're not great dogs. Whatever. Love them. Moved back to Chicago. Very small apartment. Lauren goes through a new phase. She's out all the time. She's meeting people. She is me, right? Mm-hmm. We're going crazy. My mom lives down the street, and I was also traveling. I was going back and forth. Mm-hmm. My dogs were always at my mom's house. And then finally one time I came back from LA And my mom was like, you're not picking up the dogs. I'm done with you picking them up. You ruin our routine, all this stuff. So she kind of actually stole the dog, like kidnapped them.
Okay, that's a totally suitable answer for me. Like they're with your parents.
They're with
your mom.
They're like our family dogs. So like now, but then my mom decided to abandon me at the ripe age of 30, and she also took the dogs. So now they all live in Charleston.
Got it.
Yes.
That's a nice life.
They're living the dream.
Wait, I don't hate this. I thought it was going to get like dark and it was going to be like a Lucy apple juicy situation.
No. But people still to this day DM me about the fucking dogs.
No, I'm sorry. If you are an influencer and you show that you have a dog one time,
don't do it.
You are going to be asked every single day.
There's no good outcome. Like, there's really no good out. Like, you know how people put emojis over their babies? Put them over your fucking dogs. Or don't put your dogs on the internet.
Yeah. If you, like, don't plan on having them, like, long term, I guess.
I mean, like, I guess it was never a part of my plan. I think it just naturally.
Yeah.
Like, maybe I'm not a dog person. I'm like a baby person. You know? Like, I always knew I wanted to be a mom. I thought that would translate to dogs.
Did you feel pressure to get a dog, like, living in LA?
No, I think like maybe I was just like lonely. I don't even remember. I don't remember what I did last week. I don't remember how I felt when I was like in my early 20s
in LA.
You need
to keep a journal.
Yeah, but then I had to like read it. Like, oh my God, I hate myself so much. Like I've like read like old journals and I'm like, you are the biggest fucking loser on the planet. I found an old journal in this move. I immediately put it in the trash. I'm like, ew, get it away from me.
Do you feel that way about old content?
Oh, I won't watch it.
Because I guess technically if you want to know how you felt when you were in LA, like listen to your old podcast.
Would rather die. Yeah. Would actually rather die.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why I do what I do. I just have gotten into it and I like the lifestyle that's come with it. So I keep putting myself on the internet and then I go viral on TikTok and I'm like, I hate this. Why do I do it? Like, I want to die.
No, but there's a certain type of person, especially back in the day, like when we started on the internet, there's a certain type of person that like goes to the internet because they are introverted and like it's an easy way to like make something in a silo and then put it out there, but you're not getting on a stage.
You're not actually out there.
Yeah. So I think it makes sense that a lot of the OG internet people, now everyone wants to be on the internet, so it's different. But like a lot of the OG internet people, like the cool kids were out at a party.
We were all in our bedrooms filming ourselves, talking to ourselves
weird.
to a camera. Like that's like, do you know how much we got made fun of?
The cool kids were busy being cool.
Yeah, like, and I'm like, hey guys, here's how to do a smoky eye. Like, loser, go get a life. But like, you know, we're here, so it's whatever.
Yes, well, we are here. We're going to do the toast today. We have a very fun show because we have 5 interesting stories, and we have Dear Toasters.
DTQ.
The DTQ needs us. I picked some submissions that I think you and I will be uniquely suited to answer.
Okay.
Like for the mamas, for the brides, for the girlies, for the swirlies.
I love the mamas and the brides.
Yeah.
But I'm a mama bride.
Mama bride. Is that like a niche like category?
There's no one else. There's no other mama brides as far as I can tell because I think I'm the only like fucked up one. But
no,
you know, I'm sure they're out there. If you're a mama bride, come follow me. We can do this together.
I feel like that would definitely be like a TikTok community.
Yeah. No, I just there's no niche here, you know.
Yeah.
But we got all the niches covered.
Yeah. So we've got the mentally ill.
Yep. The Midwest.
Brides, mothers. Dog rehomers. People who are scared of dogs. Except for their own.
Honestly, we got you covered.
We got you covered. So let's get into the past 5 stories that you need to know, eh? And I need to let you know that the fast 5 stories that you need to know are brought to you by Roller Rabbit. You guys, my outfit today is Roller Rabbit. I didn't even plan that. I just got the Pargia shipment from Roller Rabbit, and I wanted to wear this outfit. It's actually a matching set. I'll post it on my Instagram story. Roller Rabbit is a lifestyle brand known for its cult favorite loungewear and iconic pajamas. The pajamas I wore last night to sleep were Roller Rabbit. We had an early night turn-in last night, so I don't know if you got to see my Pargia pajamas, but they were really cute. It's rooted in a love for vibrant prints and artisan craftsmanship. Roller Rabbit welcomes you into a world of color, comfort, and thoughtfully made style, spanning ready-to-wear, swim, bedding, accessories, men's, and more. With a spirit rooted in joy, playfulness, and the beauty of togetherness, the brand invites you to feel good in what you wear every single day. Their summer 2025 collection just launched, featuring breezy dresses, playful matching sets, swimwear, and sun-ready styles for the entire family. Yes, I got pajamas for the whole family from Roller Rabbit. It's so fun when we all get to match, and it makes putting on their pajamas like a little bit easier and more fun when we're all doing matching jamas, as we call them. So we love Roller Rabbit. I'm in my Roller Rabbit era. It's a Roller Rabbit summer. Visit rollerrabbit.com and take 20% off your purchase of $150 or more with code TOAST at checkout. That's ROLLERRABBIT.com with code TOAST for 20% off your order of $150 or more. Terms and exclusions apply. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Taylor Farms, and if I'm guessing correctly. My lunch today will be brought to you by Taylor Farms because it is the best salad kit ever. It's changed my life. It's changed my routine, my lunches, my dinners. I no longer have to like chop up a salad while I'm also making a 3-course meal. Like, thank you, Taylor Farms, because their healthy salad kits are pre-chopped, pre-sliced, and assembled, so you don't have to think of creative salad ideas. They have sweet kale, Caesar, avocado ranch, Mediterranean crunch. That's my favorite one, Mediterranean crunch, because the balsamic is really good and the crunch is really crunchy. They're super fresh, crisp, delicious. Like, I know bad salad in a bag gets a really bad rap, and rightfully so. Like, it was a category that was suffering for a long time. But Taylor Farms has rehabilitated the category, and their salads are amazing. They're fresh, yummy. They come with toppings, dressing, everything that you need for a salad. And then you can also make it your own by adding some protein, adding some extra cheese, some fresh veggies, whatever you like. I don't judge. Just mix it up and give yourself a round of applause. Grab a Taylor Farms chopped salad kit. They're available at all major grocery stores, and get your salad together. Yum, that ad always makes me so hungry for a fresh, crisp salad. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Booking.com, Booking.yeah. From vacation rentals to hotels across the U.S., Booking.com has the ideal summer stay for absolutely anyone, even those who might seem impossible to please, which some people might describe me as that, but I have needs, like that just is what it is. So whether you're booking for yourself, your partner, your picky teens, or your sleep light, rise early mom, you can find exactly what you're booking for on Booking.com. Right now, traveling with small children, we have very specific needs. Like, we really do need a bathtub. I love when we have a little kitchenette, a fridge, a dishwasher would be amazing. Like, not a deal breaker, but ideal. And with Booking.com, you can personalize your stays, and every family can find their perfect stay at Booking.com. Whatever it is, some people need a bathtub. Some people need specific size beds in specific rooms. Sometimes people need a TV in this room, but no TV in that room. You want somewhere you can stay up late and watch TV while the kids are sleeping. Like, these are the things that make your trip extra special and more enjoyable for you. And if everyone's getting good sleep, you can really enjoy the day. And you can find those things and find the exact room and hotel stay that works for you at Booking.com. So find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Book today on the site or in the app of Booking.com, Booking.yeah. Thank you to our sponsors. Our first story, today's stories are in no order of importance. Nothing broke, except the only breaking news, not even breaking, but just major news was Love Island. I'm all the way caught up.
Oh yeah, did you watch it last night?
I watched the episode that aired last night, and I watched the one from Sunday night, which was the big shakeup of the house.
The mama one? Did you see that?
I saw that.
That's the only thing that matters to me. I'm a mama. I'm a mommy. Mamacita. No, I'm a mommy.
No, that was
of
really,
what? A dog?
No, that was really hard to watch, and he was not wrong for that.
I loved
it was very confusing. But some more reality TV news. Erika Jayne is breaking her silence on those Jesse Solomon hookup rumors. So rumors began swirling, and I feel I never even stopped to think about it, but a couple people have said some stuff about Erika Jayne and Jesse Solomon over the last month. The two were photographed at a private cocktail party in New York City in May, and then since then, Erika has addressed the speculation on her podcast series with Teddy Mellencamp. So Teddy said to her, I guess you allegedly made out with Jesse. She said, first of all, no. The alleged hookup would have taken place, they said, at Watch What Happens Live in New York City after upfronts. I was at home, but here's the thing. Was I flirting with two men at upfronts? The answer is yes. Yes, I was. Would I have preferred to take two home instead of one? Yes. She then said, I can't, but my point is for once in a decade, I actually talk to people that we work with because I'm such a bitch every other time. You know me, but I'm trying to do more social things. She said, I wish I had something exciting to tell you, but I don't. I saw these rumors, I think also Amanda Batula was asked about them on Watch What Happens Live. I could have
sworn that she confirmed
and she did. She, they asked if she believed it. She's like, oh yeah, for sure. So I was just oh yeah, Jesse and Erika Jayne hooked up. No big deal. I'm kind of bummed to hear that they didn't.
Yeah, I 100% thought that they did. I don't love it. To be honest, it kind of icks me out a little bit. But maybe that's just because he's been icking me out a little bit. But I could have sworn that it was just confirmed. Why did she have to unconfirm it?
I don't know. I don't ship. I don't need them to be together forever. But I do like the idea of her having a fun hookup. She deserves that.
I mean, yeah, like we all like deserve that, but like I don't like this match.
Yeah. I feel like it's the sort of thing where like things are brewing. These rumors might get in the way, but like maybe they had a good conversation at Friends. Maybe they think the other is cute. Like maybe they'll hook up at BravoCon if people will stay out of their way. Now people might put too much pressure on it, you know?
Wait, when is BravoCon happening?
I don't know. I think it happens in the fall.
Oh, the fall?
Yeah. But like next time they see each other, I feel like they could hook up. But not if everyone's like talking about it before it even happens.
But or it already did happen and she's trying to like save face and she's lying.
I don't
know why lie. Like who cares? And also hookup, like everyone thinks of hookup as differently. So when she just said like kissed or made out, I was like, wait, I thought we were talking about sex.
I think of hookup as make out.
Okay. I don't know why, but now I think about it as sex. And like not obviously when I was like growing up.
Right, because now it like we're like I feel like the way, remember when we were growing up, like the word hookup meant like even just like a kiss on the lips. Like you kissed, you hooked up.
Like you touched.
But then your parents would be like, did you two hook up last night? It's like, ew. I feel like we're getting to the age where it's like hookup just means some sort of like sexual interaction and not just, you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's just us maturing, but the word is still a very much an umbrella term.
Okay, because I assumed that like they fucked. And now she's saying like kiss. I'm like, wait, what?
I don't think that they had sexual relations because that would mean like going somewhere private probably, whereas like they could like make out on a dance floor.
I see. Yes, or even a peck, like that could be a hookup.
Yeah, or like at a party. I don't think they like, you know, had one-on-one time like back at someone's like hotel.
That's what was happening in my head is that Jesse Solomon took Erika Jayne home to his little studio apartment and was a little bit embarrassed. He probably has navy blue bed sheets with no bed frame. And Erika Jayne,
even get to see his apartment on the show.
Well, does he live in New York? I thought someone said he lived in Miami on the show.
I heard that recently too. I think he splits time. Like where does he live in the city when they're not in the Hamptons?
I don't know. But there's no bed frame there.
No.
There's no way.
No. And there shouldn't be a bed frame because I wouldn't want like someone going back with him like to get the wrong impression. Like this is the kind of guy with a bed frame. Like you can count on him.
Now he's going to hear this and he's like, shit, I got to like get on Wayfair and get a bed frame. No.
No.
But there's no way. Okay, fine. You know what? I don't ship it. I don't care. But like, sure, she deserves to be happy and deserves love, Erika Jayne.
I don't think she's lying, though. I don't think she has a reason to lie.
She's lying.
I think if she didn't want people to know, they wouldn't bring it up on her podcast.
Yeah.
And I'm just like very naive, unless like someone is a proven liar on TV, where it's like you can't trust a word out of their mouth. I just don't think people lie like that, but that's a me problem because
I agree because I
think that's like crazy to just like straight up lie when nobody asked. Like you could have escaped the question.
Yeah, you could have just not said anything. I always say, why would I lie? Because I don't understand like why people lie. I'm like, I can't help but tell the truth, but I just feel like also like it was probably like good PR, so like why like put like a kibosh on it by being like, no, it didn't happen.
Yeah,
like
yeah, I agree. It was like a fun storyline.
Yeah, exactly.
So for now, it hasn't happened.
Yeah, there's still BravoCon. We still have hope.
We always have
Jesse Solomon is probably going to just absolutely tear through bitches at BravoCon.
I know, but at this point, like, who would fall for it?
I don't know. People can be extremely charming and like better looking in real life, and you could be like, "Oh wait, like maybe you were just like that on like
on TV.
It was your edit, 100%. Like whoa."
But I also think like an older woman who's not really looking for anything, like she doesn't care if Jesse Solomon is like a fuckboy. Like I'm not talking to you again. So like like the younger girls might like have like think something could come of it. Yeah, but I don't think anything
I can't imagine him just like holding a conversation with an older woman. I don't know why.
I could.
Really?
Yeah, it's like that's like
that's still that little like charming piece that you hold on to.
It gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah, but it's still there. It's still there. It's still there. I don't know. I've seen too much.
Yeah,
I've seen too much.
Yeah. Are you all caught up on Summer House?
Yes, but I'm more of like a West girly. Like when I like see him, I know. Relax. I just think he's so funny.
I actually agree. I think he's funny too.
I think he's so funny. I can't help it, and I think he has really good style. So like when he comes across my desk,
do you like the scarf and the hat?
I don't like. I'm kind of like drawn to it. I'm like, you're a silly, goofy dude. Like, and like you own it. Like when he comes up on my like For You page, I'm like, LOL, you're silly, you're cool, you're fun. When Jesse Solomon comes up and he's like, guys, these girls told me that like everyone like hates me, and like I'm like, oh my god, like you're actually making me want to throw up in my mouth. Like go away. So I'm more of a West girly in that sense, but he's the only one I like on the whole show, men wise.
Okay. Okay. I don't hate that for you.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I hope they stay.
I think they're staying.
Because they would be shooting right now, right?
Like 2 weeks, probably.
Okay.
2 weeks out.
I feel like
4th
of
last
July.
season, 4th of July was the first weekend. So we're almost
I'm
there.
ready.
Our next story, Mariah Carey is explaining her refusal to acknowledge birthdays. She says, I don't have a birthday. That's like you, who won't even throw a birthday party.
Well,
So
at least I know I have one.
Mariah Carey has one very unconventional belief system. She doesn't believe in the passage of time. So she was on a UK radio show, and each of the hosts asked her a series of questions about what she does or doesn't support, including acknowledging time. One of the hosts asked, is it true you don't acknowledge the passing of time? And she said that is true. And then when the host asked what she means by that, she said, I just don't believe in it. And then the host was still confused, wanted to know if she was referring to time zones. But Mariah said, no, just time. So the host was like, no clocks, and just not into that. She said, yeah, no, just let it go. They said, do you celebrate your birthday? She said, I don't have a birthday. No. She said, anniversaries, yes. So she's like one of those. It's not a birthday, it's an anniversary.
What in the fuck are you reading? Like, this is real?
No. And then they said, but if I were to meet up with you later, how would we know when? And then she said,
follow up.
Yeah, I would have someone call you and figured it out.
So everyone that works for her is living a nightmare.
Oh, for sure. But I think we already knew that. But I think the time thing just throws a wrench into it.
I like literally strive to be this level of delusional.
No, it's
like
really
she's living
insane.
on Mars. Like this isn't real life. What?
And I feel like it's a funny bit, and that's so Mariah Carey. Like she doesn't acknowledge her birthday because like she is ageless and age is but a number. But to really like live your life like that just seems stressful. Like what if you have a doctor's appointment?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like I live by the Google Calendar.
But I think she probably has a concierge doctor that comes to her house, and then when she's ready to see the doctor, he's waiting in the living room.
It's like one thing not to like celebrate birthdays or believe in birthdays, sure, whatever. But like to the passage of time,
the passage of time.
Now you're on mushrooms.
The passage
what are you
of time
talking about?
is significant, and I think that.
Like, it's like happening literally right now. Like, she's not okay. And I love, you know what? I do love other people, like my child's birthday. Because, like, now it's about me. I'm like, I pushed that baby out.
Yeah.
Like, as a mama, like, you should love birthdays. Like, you, like, brought life into the world.
No, birthdays are so fun, especially the first birthday. Like, the first birthday is really for the mom. And it's not like you would have a big party or anything because they don't, like, have that many friends or whatever. And they wouldn't even realize. So you just do something sweet. But it's an acknowledgement for you. Like, you got through the first year.
That's passage of time. That passage of time, you got through that.
That passage of time is significant, would you say?
Significant. Like, oh, my God, she's nuts.
Yeah.
Imagine like your mom being like, we don't believe in time.
No.
I'd be like, Mommy, what do you mean? I have school at 8 a.m.
Yeah, we have to be there at 8 o'clock.
Like this is like, I used to like believe in like world peace and like just, I used to like wonder how do people mess it up? Like I want to be the best mom I can be, and like how do I just make sure I get it right? And then I like open my phone and the internet and I see stuff like this and I'm like, oh, like we're fucked. Like people are batshit crazy. We're never gonna have world peace. There's people that don't believe in the passage of time.
Right. They couldn't even like meet for the meeting about
No,
peace.
yeah, like it's not happening.
Unless it's in their house.
With the concierge doctor. It sounds lovely.
Yeah.
To be like living at this level.
Yeah. So I wonder how she would, like if she was just a regular person who like didn't have like access to all like the privilege of not recognizing time, like how this would manifest in a regular person.
I just don't think you're like an active member of society.
I agree.
Like how do you do anything?
Yeah.
It's not a bit.
And I don't think I
mean she's
maybe,
a bit.
like a little bit, it's a bit, but it really sounded like it's not,
I don't know. The Nick Cannon thing's making more sense.
But I guess like if you have multiple assistants and people working for you, like it's not your job to manage your time. Like time does not matter to you. Like that's someone else's. Like someone in her sphere is dealing with time.
I mean, she's honestly probably really happy.
Yeah.
Like just living in La La Land.
It's probably frustrating for her that people like us like don't understand what she's saying.
Yeah, she's probably like, you guys just don't get it. And like I'm functioning on another level.
How sad for you.
Yeah, no, like she's making fun of us on her imaginary podcast right now.
Yeah.
That has no timed ads or anything.
No.
She just goes on and on and on.
Yeah. So
I hate this.
That's what's up with Mariah.
I feel like I didn't need to know that, and I'm like so happy that I do.
I know. I'm gonna be like think about that a lot, like how
Same.
my day even could be different if I just like don't acknowledge time.
No, I'm gonna like I need like way more follow-up questions. Like I have so many questions for her.
Especially when you have kids, and she does have kids, so it's like they put you on a schedule.
Yeah.
But maybe it's like a biological schedule, like what they
Like maybe
wake up.
she doesn't believe like in time in a sense of like that it's like man-made and like we like made it up. So she still like follows like the rules of society, but she doesn't like believe in time as like a whole, which also like doesn't make sense because like we have like history. But I don't know. Now I'm
But
like
there's also just day and night.
I'm trying to think
that's
like I'm a
not
high person.
Day and night is not a social construct.
It's so true.
But time is like the
Time is-
o'clock is a social construct.
O'clock.
Yeah.
O'clock equals social construct. No, yeah. Now
Light and dark, day and night, not social.
Now I'm
construct.
feeling like I'm on shrooms trying to figure this out.
I
And
know.
I can't do it.
I know. We need to pivot to more theological subjects.
So true.
Because Pope Leo reportedly is related to Madonna and Justin Bieber through a common ancestor. So Pope Leo the 14th reportedly has some famous musical relatives, according to a report in the New York Times. The new Holy Father is related to Justin Bieber and Madonna through one common Canadian ancestor born roughly 6 generations ago. The New York Times collaborated with genealogists from American Ancestors and the Cuban Genealogy Club of Miami on a detailed exploration of his ancestry and found that the head of the Catholic Church, born Robert Francis Prevost, that's definitely not right, Prevost, has connections to a number of famous relatives, including Madge, Madonna, Bieber, Angelina Jolie, and former U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, which I guess would also mean that all these people are related to each other as well.
Did he submit like a blood sample for that? I'm confused. Did
I
he
don't
like do ancestry DNA like on his own time?
No, but I don't think you need
So who's running this?
just like ancestry.com, like
They're
you
just
don't
figuring
submit
it
blood.
out?
Like you just give your
Oh.
name and like the people that you know, and then they have a lot of other information. But
it's like one of those
And
things.
that's like
Yeah.
ancestry.com, which is pretty legit, but not like the genealogy club or American
Maybe like we're
Ancestors.
like, oh, well, first of all, this is my boy. This is my pope.
Yeah, because
This
he's from
is my
Chicago.
guy. Yeah, like honestly, if I gave them my name, maybe we're related.
For sure, because
he
you're
could be
both
my
from
dad.
Chicago.
Yeah, he might be my dad.
He might be your dad.
He might be my dad. I mean, I don't have a dad. I mean, technically I do, but like,
It could be
I'd love
him.
I'd love a new one. You know?
Yeah.
It could be Pope Leo.
That would be
I just think
cute.
he's so cute. But this just makes me feel like, then like, are we just like all related?
For sure, but
Like-
we are all related.
I wanna
it
be
depends
related
what
to
you
famous
believe.
people.
It depends what you believe. Adam and Eve.
Well, I mean, I don't believe in the passage of time anymore.
But if you believe in Adam and Eve, then we're all related.
I do
yeah?
believe in Adam and Eve. Yeah.
So we're all related.
Okay, I like yeah, but like
But this is like closer to home, Madonna and Justin Bieber. But you're definitely related to this guy. He looks like you.
I think he right. Like we give similar vibes.
Do you get really excited when he like wears his Chicago swag?
Yeah, I do because I feel like we're like the most underrated city.
Did you know of him before he became the Pope as being like being like a big deacon in the or
I wish I could
or
be like,
bishop?
yeah, like yeah, I'm such a good Christian. No, I had no idea until it was like on the news, and then my whole Instagram feed is like Chicago.
Because even like I feel like I know the big cardinals in New York.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't believe in the passage of like time
Of cardinals?
Of cardinals. No, I don't know. It was all news to me. But as a Chicago girly, like big day for us, huge day.
Yeah.
you know, people need to put more respect on our city.
It's a major win for the Windy City.
It's a major win for the Windy City. But like New York sucks. LA sucks. Chicago, so great. We gave you a pope.
yeah.
Think about it. Think about it.
No, it's really great for.
So do you think Madonna and Justin will reach out?
I could see Madonna. She's very spiritual.
Yeah. She's another one that's interesting. She's an interesting cat.
Yeah, I don't even go down like the Madonna rabbit hole. Like
Yeah.
there's just like there's so much information, and her music like never. She's ahead of my time. So
Yeah.
but she's very spiritual.
True.
In a real way.
I mean, Justin Bieber won't stop posting on Instagram.
Justin Bieber's
so
also
he's
very
probably
spiritual.
gonna figure this out and get in touch.
Yeah, that's so cute. Family reunion.
Yeah, this is what he needs. This is what Justin needs right now.
I think
He
so
needs,
too.
I know he has Jesus,
But more.
But he needs more.
Yeah.
And Pope Leo's gonna get him there.
Imagine he's the one to save him.
I mean, another
Beautiful.
win for Chicago.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, and the ancestor is a Canadian, like Justin.
I see. They, like the more you know.
The more you know.
The more you know.
I love genealogy. I think it's really interesting.
It's like that one show, right? Where they like do it with celebrities and they like figure out everyone that they're related to.
What's it called? Like Who the Heck Are You or something like that?
Is that what it's called?
I think it has a weird name like that.
I thought it was called like genealogy.
I think it's called like Who the Fuck Are You? Seriously.
Oh, wow.
Like, do they still do it?
I thought they did because I feel like they still see news about it.
I don't see as much news about it. I feel like it used to make more news.
Yeah.
But maybe some people found out some stuff they didn't want to know.
Yes, maybe like Variety was doing something. I just saw like these like 2 actors figured out that they were like cousins or something.
Cute.
Through it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough. Can you tell? Like there's not a lot going on up here.
I don't think that's true.
Thank you.
I think you're really hard on yourself.
Oh, well, you and my therapist agree.
Our next story, Reese Witherspoon is launching a weekly podcast for her book club. So redheads are quaking over this news.
Pissed.
We are pissed. And I feel like she could like smell blood in the water. Like, because we've been struggling. And I've been honest about this, like on the redheads, and probably you could sense from the show, like it's been really hard to like get the redhead. We do our episode every month, but like every month it's getting harder and harder to find time for all of us to record, like for busy women, like mothers, lot going on, and then also like for us to read the books too. Like we're in a reading slump, and then it's just really, and so we're going definitely through like a weak moment.
Yeah,
and she's pouncing. So her monthly book club, which just turned 8 years old, redheads are 5 years old. That's like the younger, prettier version. Is now getting a companion podcast. While she's likely to make appearances on the show, she is delegating the hosting duties of the podcast. It's called Bookmarked by Reese's Book Club. Okay, amazing name, like kill me. The series will be anchored by journalist and TV host Danielle Robay, who will bring together celebrities, tastemakers, influencers, and authors from Reese's Book Club and beyond to share stories that transcend the page. No, I feel sick because
tastemakers.
You know, this is my dream. Like I always say, like if I had more time and I could take on more projects, I would build out redheads. Like I have like big dreams for it, and I would at least do like a twice monthly podcast where once a month is the book club, and then the other one is like talking to authors, influencers, fucking tastemakers about like book stuff. And I definitely like said that once on the show, and they took my idea.
Well, you're giving away a lot of free ideas.
I'm glad. You know what? I'm just going to be magnanimous because I know I'm not like I'm only getting to have less time, not more. I'm never going to be able to do that.
Right.
So I'm glad that that content will be put out into the world by a trusted source such as Reese.
But I feel like you guys would have done it better in like a more like authentic and fun way. Like this has the potential to be like over commercialized and like not as like intriguing and just like almost just like people like going on a press tour.
Yeah, and just like very serious.
Yeah.
And not like showing a super fun side. But let's see. Hello Sunshine has another podcast too. Claudia and I did one of their podcasts. I think it was called like the Hello Sunshine podcast. Yeah. We had so much fun. The hosts were amazing. So I think they're pretty good in the podcast space. And like, because I'm not going to do this, and I know that about myself because I don't have more time, I will pass the torch to Bookmarked.
So then what's the future for the redheads?
I mean, that's a really big question and something that we're all sort of grappling with. But we all have agreed that, like, we never want to stop doing it. And even when it gets hard, like, we're not giving up the redheads. So I think...
Even Margot?
Yeah, even Margot. Because for right now, a lot of us, like, aren't reading in our free time. Like, we normally were just going through a reading slump. But, like, if it weren't for the redheads, I would not have read in 6 months. And, like, I'm grateful for that. And every time we do the redheads, it's so fun. And, like, I literally sometimes don't talk, like, have a catch up with my friends that whole month. And then I get to, like, it keeps us together.
Yeah.
So
you can't stop.
We can't stop. It's just, I think also what would be easier for me is like delegating the editing of the episode because I edit the episode.
Yeah.
It's really hard to edit for people who are doing a virtual episode. It takes up a lot of my time.
I can't believe you do it.
I know. I'm just like so protective of the redheads and like I listen to everything. I take out everyone's like breath that like anything that I can do to make it perfect because like it's my baby. It's my passion project. But I think if I took some of the workload off of myself, that could be better for the future of the brand.
Well, I don't want the redheads to go anywhere. I tune in, I tune out. You know, Rit and Dana are my absolute girls. Like, absolutely love them. But I feel like Reese, you know, this is just like a commercialized version of like maybe something that you'll be able to do eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they'll have me on as a tastemaker and influencer.
Well, and those are the things that you are. And then you can go promote the redheads.
And then I can go promote
So maybe this is actually
to my advantage.
Amazing.
You know, I think it's good. Like, I'm always going to support women in literature, encouraging people to read and podcast.
But at this point, like, do you think that like Reese is really like picking out each book? Or is it like, okay, like we have a new like release coming out and like we know the people at this book publishing house, like
I think there's that. Like I think publishing houses like submit their upcoming, but I think they also pick the books like 6 months before they even come out.
Right.
Like it's so maybe even like a year, whenever they have manuscripts. I think the publishing houses that she works with like send the books that they want to nominate for her book club. I think she has readers that read a lot of books, and then I think maybe 1 or 2 come to her, and like she might make the final choice. I think she reads them.
I mean, that's like a dream. Like in a sense of like, if like, can you imagine like if you were doing the redheads and you had all these people that were like trickling books up to you and you only had to read like the final 2?
Yeah.
But no, I just feel like sometimes I'm like, I don't know, can I trust it? Like, is it really good? Or like, did they just like pick it because they have a relationship with the author and like whatever?
Yeah.
But that's just me being like, I don't know. Like when you pick a book, I'm like, oh, Jackie picked it.
Yeah. Well, for redheads, it's more of a crapshoot because no one's read it. I'm not saying this is my recommendation. I'm saying like we're going to have fun, and it can be open to be being bad. But when I recommend something like on my stories, like I mean it. But I do feel like there are some book clubs that people like. It depends what you like. I mean, obviously, some people read everything Oprah picks because they just trust her judgment. They like what she likes. I find myself really liking the Read with Jenna picks.
Yes.
Anytime I read a book that's a Read with Jenna book, it's good. I can't say I've had the same experience with Reese's book club.
Yeah, I agree.
It's not like, but maybe that's just a difference of taste. Like maybe I'm more of a Jenna than a Reese.
I've just also found myself just liking Jenna in general recently. I think like maybe since like Hoda left or whatever, like I just feel like there's so much like she's being pushed on me so much. And I'm just loving what I'm seeing. She's doing a great job.
I think so too. And I think she does a really good job in the book space. And
I just want you to have a stamp. Like on a book.
I know. Well, we have our sticker. But I have stickers that like I make for myself.
Well, send me like a few hundred and I'll start going around the Midwest just popping them on books.
Yeah. Yeah, you can like make stamps on Etsy.
Love.
Yeah. Are you ready for our 5th and final story?
I am.
Well, I need to let you know that the rest of today's episode is brought to you by Roback. Okay, girlies, listen up because we need to talk about Roback's new summer drop. If you're a gal on the go, like coffee in one hand, AirPods in, or headphones with a cord, calendar packed to the brim, Roback is about to be your whole personality. We are obsessed. Let's start with the demi dress. It's sporty, flirty, giving hot girl tennis vibes, even if your idea of cardio is running late. It's made with this magical performance fabric that's somehow breathable, flattering, and has built-in shorts. Yes, built-in shorts, like so mama friendly, that you can pull down without pulling the entire dress down. So no awkward bathroom acrobatics. We love her. The demi dress is the moment. And then there's also the Steffi Active Skort. Love a skort. It's just main character energy. You know when you're sprinting through a Target parking lot because you're late again? The Steffi says, I'm late, but make it chic. It's high-waisted, comfortable, and also comes with built-in shorts because Roback gets us. And understanding women means built-in shorts. Whether you're actually playing pickleball at 7 a.m. or just dressed like you are, we won't judge. She's got you covered. And honestly, the whole collection is peak sporty but polished energy. It's like they bottled up everything we love, functionality, style, comfort, and turned it into wearable serotonin. From morning matcha runs to midday errand chaos, these pieces show up. The colors are unreal, the vibe is immaculate, and if you haven't peeped the new Roback yet, this is your sign. Use the code TOAST on roback.com for a generous 20% off your first order through the end of this week. That's spelled RHOBACK.com using the code TOAST. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Armra Colostrum. All the girlies are talking about Armra Colostrum, and there's a reason why, because laughing at life is easier when you actually feel good. Between processed foods, environmental toxins, and the stress of just existing in today's world, feeling run down has become the norm. But your body was not meant to feel this way. Armra Colostrum is nature's original superfood packed with over 400 bioactive nutrients that fortify gut health, supercharge immunity, fuel stamina, revitalize hair growth, and help you function at your best once again. Because keeping up with the chaos of modern life is a lot more fun when you have the energy to do it. That is so true. Armra Colostrum is made from harvested bovine colostrum. And if you don't know what colostrum is, it is the first milk that a mother makes for a baby's life. So that's what we give to our babies when you're breastfeeding. It's the first few days of milk. And Armra is harvesting cow colostrum so that we can have those benefits as well. Something that I also like about Armra is it's a bioactive superfood. So if you skip one day, like you can use 3 scoops one day and 4 the next. Like you can stack it up in case you've been slipping, kind of scale up or down depending on what you're looking for. And the results are amazing. Like you will feel better. Your nails will be stronger. Your hair will be partier. We've worked out a special offer for our audience. Receive 15% off your first order. Go to tryarmra.com/toast or enter toast at checkout to get 15% off your first order. That's TRYARMRA.com/toast. Benefits include strengthened immunity, fortified gut health, ignited metabolism, vitalized hair growth, enhanced skin radiance, and it fuels performance and recovery, which are all things that are going to make your life more enjoyable. Today's episode of The Toast is also brought to you by Ro. Getting your hands on Ozempic or Wegovy is enough of a hassle. Negotiating with your insurance provider shouldn't be something else you need to worry about. So Ro is helping you to access Ozempic and Wegovy GLP-1s, but they are also helping you pay for them with their insurance checker. Because if you're curious about Ozempic or Wegovy, but not sure if your insurance covers it, that's where Ro comes in. Let's be real. No one wants to call their insurance provider to see if their medication is covered. I don't want to call anyone ever, especially not for GLP-1s like Ozempic or Wegovy. So Ro's insurance checker lets you know if you're covered for GLP-1s for free. They can help you understand if GLP-1s like Ozempic and Wegovy are right for you and your goals, but that's just the beginning. If you're eligible for GLP-1s and want to see if you're covered, all you have to do is submit your insurance card and Ro will take care of the rest. Thanks, Ro. No paperwork, no negotiating, no waiting on hold. Ro's free insurance checker will send you a comprehensive report of your coverage details so you can make a decision that's right for your goals and your budget. Plus, Ro members have support throughout the process. You'll have access to your provider on demand for any questions. Join the over 350,000 people who trusted Ro to check their coverage for free. Go to ro.co/toast for your free insurance check. That's ro.co/toast to see if your insurance covers GLP-1s for free. Go to ro.co/safety for black box warning and full safety information about GLP-1 medications. Our fifth and final story is a little White Lotus money news, which... Oh, and my favorite actor from White Lotus, Jason Isaacs. He plays Thomas Ravenel,
Yeah.
exactly. So he is talking about the equal pay earned on White Lotus and how we previously reported, and everyone knows this to be true, that each actor earned the same amount on White Lotus of $40,000 an episode. So in an interview with Vulture, he confirmed that every cast member made $40,000 an episode, bringing their total pay for the series around $320K. He noted that the sum is actually a very low price for a hugely successful television series. He said, "I didn't know that was public knowledge about the salaries," but he said that's absolutely true. Generally, actors don't talk about pay in public because it's ridiculously disproportionate to what we do, putting on makeup and funny voices, and just upsets the public. But compared to what people normally get paid for big TV shows, that's a very low price. But the fact is, we would have paid to be in it. We probably would have given a body part. So I think it's like refreshing. He seems like every time he talks, I just like love him so much. Like he's such a pee-jam. And while yes, like this is lower than actors make typically, especially to be on a hit show on HBO, like it's still more than most people make in many years.
Do we have any idea like how much people like normally make to be on like a hit HBO show?
Because
like to me, I'm like $320,000. I'm like, that's like a lot. Like maybe not for like A-list celebrity, but like for just like regular actor, like that's a lot. No,
and I feel like a lot of people who are on the White Lotus are either like on their way up,
right,
or like kind of have been forgotten about for a little bit. Right. So it's like amazing for their careers. But I also imagine it's such a big cast. Like you can't pay everyone $1 million.
Right. Because it's like, okay, $40,000 an episode. I'm thinking maybe like 10, 20, like that I'd be like, okay, whoa, like that's really, really low. But $40,000, I'm like, it's not bad.
It's funny. It's kind of like what like a big reality show would make per episode probably.
Do you think? Is that?
Yeah, like I would say when you come onto a reality show, you're probably making like $1,500 to $5,000 an episode.
Right.
And then when you are there for a few years, like I think $40,000 an episode is like a median place to be at. I think like some of the Vanderpump people by the end were making like $100,000 an episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because it compounds. Like the more time you're on the show, that's so many different like contract negotiations that you've been through.
Right. I know. I think we like, as much as he said, like, you know, like what we do is like put on like makeup and like act silly and all that stuff. I just always think that like they make so much money, and then I think of reality TV as like you make like no money. So I feel like the $40,000 is more like shocking to everyone because it's like, oh, I thought everyone just makes millions and millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, I feel like reality TV stars actually make a lot of money. Like I feel like even if they make $20,000 an episode, but their show is even 10 episodes, but usually more than that. It's like 20 episodes. So it's like $200,000 to $400,000 just for like film, like for that portion of the year. They film a few months out of the year. So like the rest of the year, they're doing other jobs. Like I feel like that's why when people are like struggling so much, or it's like, I'm like, but where'd all the money go? Like you've been on this show for 10 years.
People.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, well, it's because it's especially like when you live in somewhere like LA though, it's like the cost of living and then like the cost of like keeping up with the Joneses.
I know, but I'm like, what are you even doing? That looks so like. You look,
well, yeah, I mean, especially with that cast, I'm like, it's not like anyone's like dressing fabulously or like driving fancy cars.
Walking around with Birkins.
I'm like, no offense, like y'all look like shit. Like you like and like cheap too. And so I'm like, where'd all your money go?
I know.
And you just think that if you started making an astronomical amount of money, you'd like get some type of financial advisor and just like start investing it. And then you like don't have to work as much either. But with reality, like, I don't know, like they're all just normal people that they found on the side of the road. And they're like, hey, you want to make a fool of yourself on television? Let's go.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they're rich and they're spending money. They're giving money to probably family members, doing the damn thing. But actors have been working for it. They're serious cats, you know?
They are serious.
They've been taking their acting classes.
Yeah.
I got the biggest ick last night, actually. And
you're an actress.
Okay, please. I was an actress for 3 seconds.
Do you miss acting?
No. With acting, you do a lot of nothing. So, like, I remember being, like, just, like, really, really bored because you just, like, wait around a lot. They call it, like, hurry up and wait. And I just remember, like, I'd be on Instagram, like, watching, like, people post and, like, starting, like, blogs and businesses. And I was like, I could do more. I was like, I need to go.
Yeah. What was the show that you were on?
I was on Real Bros of Simi Valley, Jimmy Tatro's show for a little bit, and then this show called Betch that was a female sketch comedy show. That one's a classic.
Yeah.
That one, like, my fiance still pulls like, watch Lauren in this. I'm like, oh my god, stop.
That's really cute. I know it probably hurt, like, it's painful for you, but like that's what a good fiance should do.
No, yeah, he loves talking me up like that. So you know. But no, I really don't know what I was gonna say.
What gave you the ick last night?
Oh, okay. So I got the ick in your house last night, having nothing to do with you. It's where I experienced it. I was like watching Ginny in Georgia, and there's like I was watching like maybe the high schooler, like one of the guys act, and I had just taken my like little like CBD gummy to like go to bed. So I'm also kind of like going in and out, and I was just like, these are the grown, like I was just watching like grown men act, and I was like, you're a freak. I'm like, you're the biggest loser on the planet. Like, you're telling me you have a normal girlfriend and a normal life, and like, oh, sorry, I gotta go play pretend and cry. And like, when I don't know, I just had like this weird, like, out of body. I was like watching Ginny in Georgia, and I was like, loser, like, you're all freaks.
No, that's the conclusion that we've come to. Like, to be an actor, working actor, like, successful, like, you have to be a freak. Like, there's no way to be normal.
Yeah.
And I think that's why when someone seems normal, like, they are so adored. Like, Glenn Powell seems normal.
Yes,
but like,
Glenn Powell is normal, for sure.
But there's no way.
I don't know. I mean, I've met him a couple of times, and he was like really outgoing and normal and whatever. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me pick up the name I just dropped. It was really weird though, because like he like wanted to like hug up with my friend and not me. So like that was definitely like a blow to the ego.
Who was your friend? Like a influencer friend.
Like an influencer friend.
And you don't want to tell us, when was this?
It was, oh my god, so
like, I was in the past.
Well, actually, like I was like dating someone else, so maybe that's why I didn't want to. I'm over here being like, why didn't you want to hook up with me? Bitch, you came with someone else. So maybe he did. Let's just go with that.
Yeah.
Mamas need every sense of delusion that you can get. Okay?
He didn't want to step on toes.
No, he didn't want to step on toes. Like, I'm like living in like my own delusion. Like, where like I walk down the street with my daughter, besides like the whole like horror bit that I do in my head, my other bit is I'm like, oh my god, like people are like staring at me. They're like, who is this young girl? Like, with like, is she a nanny? Like, I see a high schoolers pass me, and I'm like, they probably like think I'm like a couple years older than them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, finally had to look in the mirror and be like, listen, you dumb bitch, you are not young. Like, you don't look like a teenager.
But like, you do.
When I walk around, I literally am like, oh my god, that guy's checking me out. He's 14.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, Bonnie Blue.
I'm like, oh my god, they probably think I'm like so cool. And it's like, no, like you're an old mom loser.
No, there's nothing cooler.
Anyway, me with my bump, I'm like, oh my god, they're checking me out.
LOL. You're like, Glenn Powell didn't want to hit on me when I'm pregnant.
Like, Glenn.
Well, now it is time for Dear Toasters, which is our weekly advice segment. I'm here to do it with Lauren. I'm so excited. If you ever want to submit to Dear Toasters, you can email us, deartoasters@gmail.com, or go to the submission form on our website. It's always anonymous, and we're here to help out the swirlies. So let's get into it. This first one, I'm conflicted. Hey Swirlies. I went on a first date last night and was confused with an interesting situation. In a very open, honest, and respectful way, he told me that he was divorced, not a big deal, and that his marriage had a number of issues, but at the end of the day, he was unfaithful to his wife, leading to their divorce. Now, what does one do with this information? Run fast for your mother? It was just a first date, so I don't even know how I feel about him or the situation, but as a general rule of thumb, should we be giving cheaters a second chance? People make mistakes, but also once a cheater, always a cheater? Would love your thoughts. P.S. I'm submitting this to good guys too, because I do think the girlies and guys might look at this differently. I do hope that they pick yours because I'd love to know their advice because I too am conflicted.
Broad too.
I don't have like strong opinions about cheating because I just haven't experienced it enough to like, I don't have the experience to say like, oh, that's just a character flaw and like he'll always be that way. A part of me, you know, the forgiving, naive part of me wants to be like, people can change.
Right.
But to cheat on your wife?
I think I am like in a phase where I'm very much like, I can't believe you would believe that they're not gonna like cheat on you. I'm like, no, like run. Like, but like obviously like now like, you know, saying it into a microphone, I'm like, no, but like there's like the exceptions to the rule and like people can change and all this stuff. But like when it's like my friends in real life, I'm like, don't be a dumb bitch. He's going to cheat on you. I hate this man.
If this was your friend, that's what you would
like
say.
If it was my friend, and especially like I think when there's like kids involved, that's when I get like really psycho.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, absolutely not. Like he is a piece of shit who just like ruined his children's life and his family's life and his wife and all this stuff. But then I'm like thinking about like maybe like a young person with no kids and like maybe it was a mistake and like you're like met this pjom and like you're like having a great time, like maybe I would be like, wait, no guys, like he'll change. So it's like I can't go, like I'm like, I don't know.
No, and like some people cheat and ruin their lives so completely that they never want to do it again. Like it's the biggest mistake they've ever made. They've learned the hard way. Like everyone knows not to cheat, but until you really like feel the pain of like what that means, you might not really understand why cheating is so bad. But like I think it's possible that he could have had that experience where like he lost, I mean, his relationship obviously had other issues, but like that it was the biggest mistake of his life. It was the biggest learning lesson. And I do think someone like that like wouldn't do it again. That reminds me of Freddie from Love is Blind UK. He was like, seriously?
Oh, that's a great example.
Like
that's a great example.
If you went out with Freddie from Love is Blind UK, like yes, he cheated in the past. I don't care.
No, like
he's an amazing man.
When he said that, I was like, no, like you're fine.
You're
like
fine.
You're good. Like
no,
give him a chance.
You could see how it tore him up inside.
Exactly.
And he like hated himself for it.
Perfect example, truly.
So I would say on the one hand, it's one date. Like, why are we having these like really hard questions and like worrying about it?
He was honest about it too.
He was honest about it. But like, if you're really so worried about this, and maybe some people have like cheating trauma where it's like, well, now you know he's a cheater and you like are always worried about getting cheated on. Maybe you guys aren't right for each other because like your baggage and his baggage like don't mesh.
Another great point.
But like someone who's coming in open to cheating, like not open to cheating,
but
like,
I'm really open to cheating.
Not traumatized by cheating. It's not always worried about cheating.
Yes.
It's like more of a, just like has ability to be a little bit more trusting.
Yeah.
Maybe it would be a better match for him. So maybe at this stage, like maybe you guys shouldn't even go into liking each other because maybe these issues will come up. But if like you got like a Freddie from Love is Blind UK vibe from him where this was like the biggest mistake he ever made and like it was good because it taught him that he will never cheat again.
And also there's like emotional cheating and the physical cheating. So like maybe he just like got drunk and like hooked up and like, oh my God, whatever. Like there is so many caveats to it. Mm-hmm. But I think Freddie from Love is Blind is the map for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But he could also be the exception to the rule and like most likely.
But everyone thinks they're the exception to the rule.
I know.
And as someone that is the exception to the rule, I'm like, no, please, like don't like.
You're the exception to which rule?
To getting pregnant and then getting married after. And like actually having like a really incredible fiance and like amazing like love story. Like guys, like it got really lucky, like don't know like what karma I deserved. But like everyone else, I'm like, don't trust it.
Don't do it.
Don't trust it. Yeah, I'm like, don't do it.
How long were you and Matt together before you got pregnant?
I don't know, like 4 or 5, 6 months. Yeah. So like not a lot.
Reminds me of Lindsay Hubbard a little bit. Do you relate to her?
I mean, not really.
I love her.
No, just I'm saying like, I mean, they were like just, I
they
feel.
Because they just broke up?
Because well, yes, but I think they weren't compatible. And I think that, I think that watching her on reality TV and watching her kind of feel the same way about every single guy And so I just couldn't like really trust what she was saying. And then we like didn't get to meet him.
Right. So you didn't
So
see
I
how
was
Turner
like,
would
I
be
didn't
different.
I didn't see how he would be different. So I wasn't sure. That type of vibe. Yeah.
I understand. So you're saying you wouldn't recommend people do it this way. It's obviously worked out for you, but like you're the exception.
Correct. But I don't believe in like everyone's the exceptions because we're girls.
No,
I'm
like,
just a girl. Of course I think I'm going to be the exception to the rule, you know?
No, but like odds, just numbers wise, like you're probably not going to be the exception.
And I think if this isn't like the great love of your life, just like...
No, but it's one date. Like, okay, unless it's like a tiny town, he's the only single person.
Trust your gut.
Yeah.
Trust your gut.
But I just want to say, like, it's possible that people can change. Like,
yeah.
It's hard, but sure. Next, a little bridal advice we need from Miss XLE. My fiance is from South Carolina and comes from a very traditional Southern family. I have been looking at wedding dresses and I am concerned that they will think whatever I choose isn't appropriate. We are getting married in a church for reference. I'm not looking for anything too sexy or revealing, but I like an open back or a sleeveless dress. How should I approach this? Thanks, Swirlies.
Approach it to who?
To approach it to whatever she picks out. She just is like nervous. Is open back too revealing for a church?
I don't think so. I mean, like, I've had friends get married with, like, strapless, like, I think it just, like, depends on, like, you're, like, I've had one friend, like, where we all had to wear, like, little shawls, or, like, you can wear something and, like, cover it up and then, like, take it off after you leave church. I think it just depends on, like, your church, your preferences, like, stuff like that. But I feel like she, like, said, like, the family thing.
Yeah.
About the family. And, like, another thing that, like, I think being a mom and being older has made me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like,
what anyone thinks.
Yeah. Like what? Like, oh, you're gonna like run it by your mother-in-law, like your mom, like your aunt, like your crazy aunt, like bye. Like, I don't care. Come if you want, come or don't.
I would say go with the dress that like you feel best in because everyone has like a certain shape that suits their body.
Yeah,
whatever
and if the open
is.
back is like.
Yeah. And what I will also say, and something that I did is like for my ceremony and like being married under a chuppah, my dress was strapless.
Yeah.
And then I had like, I used part of like the tulle to give me
like a little
to cover my chest and my arms. I can't remember if I wound up wearing that for the ceremony. I think I might have forgotten it and then like didn't care, but that was my plan. I think a lot
That's
of
a good
girls
idea
do that,
though, to use the stuff from your dress.
Yeah, is to like put something, cover you in the church, and I think that will like signal that you're being respectful. And then for the party, you get to wear the dress that you want. But like you do want to be respectful in a church. You obviously like have reverence for your religion and you don't want to show up in something that's inappropriate. But I think maybe like covering up or, a shawl, a shrug. There are a lot of different things. If you go to a bridal salon and you say like, how could I make this more modest for half the day? They will help you do that. Yeah. They can use material that they've cut from the back and like make you something. And then for the party, you're wearing the dress that you want. I feel like that's like a good solution. And it shows that like you have respect and you like care about what they think and you're not trying to like piss them off and like shame them. But it also shows that you're your own person.
Right. And you like, you're clearly asking. So like you already care.
Yeah.
It's not like
this
you're like
how
someone
you
that's
start off your marriage.
Throwing up two middle fingers.
Right.
I'm just someone that's where I'm like, okay, like you had to stop the people pleasing at some point where it's like, I'm sure your open back dress isn't like down to your like butt crack. Yeah. Like your like crack might like I've worn dresses like that where it's like, whoa, this is like really low. So I'm sure it's like probably like not even that like scandalous or you wouldn't even be considering wearing it.
Yeah.
And if you're worried about like what other people at the wedding will think about that, that's going to trickle into every single decision you make for your wedding anyway. What are they going to think about the food? What are they going to think about this? It's like at some point like the main thing about the wedding that I always go back to is like, this is about me and Matt. I naturally like love hosting people and going to take care of everyone. But like ultimately like I'm going to take care of everyone in our way. Like it's about just like getting married to the love of your life. And if you have to like wear a shrug at church because you're getting married in the church, that's cool too. Like it's fine.
And I think like for most of the things about a wedding, you're doing it for other people. Like you want music they're going to like, food they're going to eat. The dress is the one thing that's for you and you alone. And it's like the complete representation of like who you are. So go with the dress that you want. Even if it's open back, like what about a veil that's like really long and covers your back?
That's a good idea too.
And then you take it off outside the church and like mom's having a fun night out. I think that you could be flexible on this and like please everyone while also not losing yourself.
I just can't imagine that the dress is like too scandalous either. I feel like it's probably just like maybe like a little bit of skin and you're just like nervous. But I think you gave good veil.
Shrug.
Yeah,
love. I need to look at my ceremony pictures. I think I wore it, but it was just tulle wrapped around my chest.
That's genius.
Yeah,
genius.
And my whole dress was tulle. It's super cute.
Love.
And then you have like two different looks.
Yeah.
I love it. Next one. This is from a new mama. Good morning. I heard a fellow toaster on a previous Dear Toasters who was still pregnant and not having sex, which made me write in. Yes, and I remember we had someone. She was like 7 months pregnant and like she didn't want to have sex and she was, like, wanted to know if like she was being crazy. So this made her write in. She said, I'm 7 months postpartum. My husband and I haven't had sex since we conceived. It took us a while to get pregnant, so sex for a while became a chore and emotionally exhausting. I don't feel in the mood quite literally ever or comfortable in my new body. I have stretch marks on my belly, weight gain, etc. And I know I just grew and birthed an actual human, but somehow I feel so guilty and feel like this is not fair to my husband. So, to not be having sex with him.
Yeah.
Now we're so far out, it's awkward to even initiate or speak on it. Help. Do I just bite the bullet and take one for the team with the lights off, of course, or just wait it out till I'm comfortable in my new body and get the urge again? Thanks. A postpartum, tired, and sexless toaster.
This is tough.
This is tough.
Because it's like, you don't want to be like, yeah, just like go like do it. But I feel like sometimes like as a girl, you almost have to like initiate and just start so that you like end up in the mood and you like end up getting there.
Yeah.
Because 7 months, like, I mean, it took me a while because I had all my situation downstairs.
Right.
And it's like, I still don't feel, I'm like, what, she'll be 2? I still don't feel like 100% like great about everything going on down there, especially when it comes to like having sex. It's like, oh my God, like, you have like trauma, like of something like getting ripped out of your body and like you're like self-conscious. But I mean, after 7 months, I feel like you actually might not realize it might make you actually feel more connected to your husband and feel good and like it might be a little bit more in your head. Maybe you have to get out of your own way almost.
Yeah, that's what I think there's like two things. Like one, like not being like comfortable in your body, which it's like we all feel that way and it's not the greatest feeling, but that's why he's your husband. Like he loves you for who you are and I think he can appreciate your body for what it's given him and I imagine that he's a good man. So like you have to get out of your head about that, but it also, I guess you're like back in this like awkward stage of like how do you initiate it? And I feel like doing something like special, like maybe a little trip, maybe a weekend sexy trip, maybe you could always like go out to dinner and like try. But I think like not just like one night trying to like stir something up, but like getting overall like in the mood of like just being flirty with each other and going on a date and like setting the mood.
Sometimes it's like the lead up of the entire day before you have sex at night. That's actually like the foreplay of like just like being more flirtatious in the morning and like making little comments, like setting the stage of like, oh, like she's like into this, like making like little jokes. And it could, even if you were like, okay, well, I don't have a babysitter, I can't take a trip, I can't do this, like just like light a bunch of candles. Like there's like candles that are like $10 on Amazon. Like just something that you're like trying to like make yourself feel more in the mood if that's what you want. Or for me, it's literally just like I have to communicate. It's like you have to figure out like what your thing is that makes you feel comfortable. And sometimes mine is like either just going for it or communicating like, hey, I gotta get this off my chest. I gotta tell you how I'm feeling because then it's like it's released. Like I've been feeling self-conscious. I haven't felt like having sex. I feel really guilty because I want you to know that I love you and I do feel like having sex with you.
Communication, it's always like down there on the list
like
of
projectile.
But no, that's also a nice idea. I guess it depends what kind of like, some people don't like to talk about these things.
Right.
And so it depends on like your communication style and like and your relationship. But if you just want to like do a grand gesture, and I think doing like a trip or something, I mean, it just, I guess at 7 months, like it's possible if you have like good childcare or like family that can watch your baby, like you can go away for like 2 nights, even 1 night. Like,
and that's your way of communicating, like, I think we need this. And then it's like just message received.
I'm like assuming that he's he's very patient and like he's been giving you time and space and like he deserves a little love.
And like you will feel better like, after.
Right. Like you're going to have to force yourself to like create the conditions.
Yeah.
But I think once you're in those, like vacations are romantic. A dinner is like spending one-on-one time with your partner after you have a 7-month-old and you've just been through the newborn trenches. Like you will feel differently if you like take a moment to get out of your routine, get all dressed up, like, and feel special.
And we're not telling you that you have to have sex, by the way. If you don't feel like having sex, don't do it. But
I think communicating that is a good idea.
Yeah, I think don't feel bad that you haven't had sex yet. No. I think everybody is different and everybody's body is different. So don't be like, oh my God, wait, like I should have like wrote into Dear Toasters like 3 months ago and like done this already. Like, no, like you're good.
7 months postpartum is like really not that crazy.
It's really not crazy.
But it's a good time to get back into it.
Right. And I think it's like the push you need is just being like, okay, like I actually like want to feel connected to my husband.
Yeah.
And Maybe like you want to have another baby.
I was literally about to say that.
Maybe you want to have a baby. Get back on that horse. See how it rides for the second time. Who knows? Like, think about it as like, oh, I want another baby. Guess I gotta fuck.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's what does it.
Yeah. And that could be the motivating factor for you.
Yeah. Whatever gets you back on the horse.
Yeah.
Giddy up, my girly swirly.
But if all else fails, talking about it and letting him know that, like, you know that this is probably not his favorite and, like, that you're wanting to, like, work on things and get to a better place about it, like, I think he would appreciate that, too, if, like, no one's saying anything about it.
Yeah, and it's not like men understand women postpartum. So it's like, he probably has, like, no idea what's going on. For me, I wouldn't be like, I want you to know how hard this is for me. Like, do you not understand how different I feel in my body? Like, I'm communicating to, like, also, like, make you feel bad for me.
Like, to him, like, you look the same.
Yeah. You know? Oh, yeah. He like, dude, like, I was going to be really vulgar for a second, but like, he just wants to fuck, dude. Yeah. Like, you're good.
He's not like looking at like your belly now, but like really, you look the same to him.
Yeah, you're fine. You're great, actually.
You're great. Make it fun. And if you don't want to do it, like, just communicate it. But if you do, like, you know, plan a little weekend.
Booty slap during the day.
That would also just like mean so much to him, even if like whatever happens on your little trip. Like if you went to the effort of like finding childcare for 1 or 2 nights, getting a hotel, like planning a little trip.
Yeah.
I don't know where you guys live, but like if they're a little beach fate, whatever.
Oh my God, if I did that, Matt would be like,
oh my God, yeah.
Oh my God, like head over heels.
The last 15 months of sexless life washed away.
Yeah. Oh, and ready. I know what I'm doing when I get home.
Well, good luck to you. Please, if anyone ever wants to send us an update, that would always be much appreciated. But I
want to know when you fuck. Let us know.
Let us know when it goes, how it goes. Thank you so much, Lauren Elizabeth, for your help with the Toasters community.
Absolutely.
And for today's episode, this was so much fun. And you're back with me tomorrow because we have another slumber party tonight. You're going to be at my house.
We have a big day.
We have a big day. So you'll be joining me again tomorrow.
So sorry.
And we're going to have a ball.
Listeners.
Oh my God, no. Such a like classic toasty energy. CTE.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for having me. CTE. Well, thank you so much for having me. I'm going to go.
Where can everyone follow you?
Lauren Elizabeth on everything. You can shop laurenelizabethshop.com. Get yourself some cute home decor. Mm-hmm. We're a little sold out right now, but we got some good things coming.
Can't wait.
Things coming.
Well, we love you all, and we will see you tomorrow. Love ya. Bye.
Bye.